Hi, hello everyone. So today's our topic is working with Python and the flavors of the Python. So in the previous class we have discussed that what is Python programming language, what's the use of Python programming language, why we have to learn the Python programming language. In addition of that, so now we are going to know about the working procedure of the Python. So that means that how we are writing a program, how we have to compile a program, how we have to execute a program. There, what types of methods we are having for this execution of the program that we are learning in this particular class today. So these are the modes of Python, or else these are called as working with Python. So in the previous class, I have just given a small description about the interactive mode. So now in this particular class, I will give a detailed information about the both modes called interactive mode and script mode. So now very simple, the modes of Python is nothing but how I am working with the Python, how I am writing a code, how I am executing the code is called as the modes of the Python. Here we are having the two types of modes. The main modes are this one interactive mode and the second one is script mode. So here, so where it is comes under interactive mode, how it will looks like, how it will be, how we are writing a program. Very simple, right? So this particular interactive mode is nothing but here we are opening a command prompt. What we are doing here? Here we are opening a command prompt. So by using command prompt, I am writing a code and we are executing the code. It just comes under the interactive mode. So the same thing which is comes under the script mode. So when we are working with the script mode, that script mode is nothing but we are opening an editor. This is called editor. So in this editor, we are writing a code and we are saving that particular program with py extension, which is indicating the Python programming. So okay, so these are the two types of modes which we are having with us for execution of a code and writing of a code. How to write a code and how to execute a code here. So when it is comes under the interactive mode, how it looks like, how we are executing, we will see here. So this is called command prompt. Everyone is very well known about the command prompt here. Is it clear? So we are opening the command prompt here. In that particular command prompt, what we are writing here? So a equal to. So we are writing here a equal to 2, b equal to 3, then c is equal to a plus b, then print of c. So this we are doing here. So this is done by the directly opening the command prompt Python. Is that clear? So then we will execute the program like this. So this is comes under the command prompt mode, or else it is called as interactive mode. Why means we are directly interacting with the command prompt which is of Python here. So this is the name is defined as interactive mode here. So the next one, the next example we will see is how to run Python code in script mode. So this is the procedure. How do we do? Like Linux also we will do, like in Mac OS also we will do like this. So just first we have to open the command prompt in Windows, then after that we will do like this. The next one is, the next and other program is here is just a simple word called welcome to Python. So very simple, just again, so we have to open here command prompt. So in the command prompt what we have to do, here we have to type the welcome to Python. So here we are using one method called print method. So what we are using here, the print. So in the print method we are in double quotes. What we are going to display a message, we have to keep in the double quotes here. So this message will be printed onto the command prompt. Is that clear? So this is the procedure how we are working with the interactive mode. So here how we are writing a code and how we are executing the code. So there we are having one more example is there. So this is one more example is nothing but what is the difference between the first example and second example means you see here. In the first example we have taken what? A equal to 2, b equal to 3 and print of c. Here we are directly taking the values. Okay, but it is comes under the next law. This is comes under the current example here. What I have taken here, a equal to int of input. Okay, so the b equal to a equal to int of input, then b equal to int of input. Then what I am doing, c is a into b. Then we are printing the value here. So that means that it is indicating that you can give the dynamic values as in the program runtime. You can give any values. Okay, so in the first case we will give just the static values which will be never changeable, but in this case we can give the dynamic values. So dynamic values in the sense we can give any value here for this particular program which is comes under the command prompt here. Is that okay? So like this, one type of procedure is there, one type of method which is called as interactive mode is here for work writing of a code and execution of a code here. Is that clear? The next one is, what are the disadvantages of interactive mode? Let us assume if you take anyone, if you take anything, if you take any compiler or any interpreter or any procedure or any method, there we are having advantages and as well as some of the disadvantages also with there. What are the different types of disadvantages means? The first one is here, interactive mode is not suitable for the large programs. Have you seen that? In the interactive mode, what we did, directly we have given the a equal to 2, b equal to 3 and then we are writing c equal to a plus b and then print of c we have did this. But the same, this code is for small program only. These are for smaller programs. When it is comes under the very large program, it will not be suitable. Why it will not be suitable? Let us assume why it is not suitable means I will give a small clarification about this one within this today's class only. Okay. The next one is the interactive mode does not save the statements. What happens here? So what the thing we are giving in the command prompt here? This is a command prompt. In this command prompt we are giving the values here. What we are giving? A equal to 2, b equal to 3. 1 second. So in the command prompt, what we did here? In the command prompt, it will looks like this. In the command prompt, it will looks like this. What we did here? A equal to 2, b equal to 3 and print of c. Here c equal to a plus b. We have written like this. Is there any storing procedure is here? We are saving any program here? That is, saving process is not here. We are not storing at all. So that means that what will happen once we close the command prompt, this program will go off. It will be end off. This will be erased. So that is the thing called here the program does not save the statements. That means if you have written the code means it will not be usable for the next time. Why means the code is not possible there. The code is not available there. Once we make a program, it is for that itself. We cannot use it in future. That means just now I said that this program which we have written here this is up to this present situation only, present time only. It will not exist for the future. In order to use it in future, we need to rewrite or we need to retype all the statements here. What I have to do here? So we have retype. We have to retype the statements here. So then the next one, the next disadvantage is here. Editing the code written in interactive mode is a tedious task. What is about this tedious task? This tedious task is nothing but a very slow, or it is a long time. What it is? It will take a more long time to edit the code here. So that is, we didn't want at all. What we need as a fast work, we need as a simple work. So that is the reason why only Python is introduced here. So that means that we are not unable to use, we are not using this particular one, which is this interactive mode for the larger programs. So this is the main disadvantage of this interactive mode. So just we need to revisit all the previous commands and if still we could not edit, we need to type everything again. That means if we traverse towards all the statements, but it is not possible to edit it. It is possible only of a concept called everything type again. We have to retype. Is it clear? So next one is, so these are the disadvantages of the interactive mode, which is one type of working with Python. So next here is we are having another process. That another process comes under the script mode here. What is script mode? Or how to run the code in the script mode? So in order to run a code in script mode, follow the following steps. First, what I have to do? So first, we have to take the text editor. That may be Notepad, Notepad++, or else Python ideally. So whatever it may be, where we are having different types of things are there, different types of editors are there. Just first, we have to open the editor. After opening the editor, what we will do here? So here I use Notepad. That means your wish. You can use anything. So just what I have to do, we have to write a code. So if let us assume I have your Notepad here. So here what I have to do, I will write code here. A equal to 5, B equal to 2. So the print of A plus B. So this is one program name hello dot. So what I will do here, I will save it as hello.py. py. So py is nothing but an extension which we are using for the storing the program of the Python programming. So this is for the C programming. What we will use? We will use the C extension. For the CPP program means C++ programs. What we will use? .cpp. We will use like this. Is that clear? Now then open the command prompt and directory. So what we will do here? So next we have to use the open the command prompt directory and where your file is stored. So where the file is stored means when we have storing this particular for program, this will stored in somewhere. Okay, that somewhere, that where is the location, exact location has to be notified by you. Where working with the command prompt, there you have to list to the that particular Python only, that particular place only, location only. Otherwise, the program will not be executed. Then we have to type the Python file name.py. The file name is hello.py. That means we have to type the hello.py. What you have to type? Hello.py. You have to type in the command prompt. So before that you have to use the Python. So as an interpreter, Python space hello.py, which is used to execute the Python programming by using the script mode. Okay. So here, so that's you will see the last one, the fifth step is here. You will see the output on your command prompt. After executing this code, after executing this command, you will get the output in your screen. Okay. So like this. So just first of all, you have to open the notepad. So this is called notepad. So in the notepad, you have written the code. So after then writing the code, we have to open the command prompt. You have to open the command prompt. So in the command prompt, what you have to type? Python hello gfg.py. This is the name which I have given to the my program. So hello gfg. So this is the one which we have to open here, and then we have to execute the code by using the Python space hello gfg.py. So let us assume here. So this is about the directory, or this is about the what? Directory location. See in the C folder, in the users, in the admin folder, in the desktop, in the Python. So we are having my program called hello.jfg. So hello jfg. That is the reason we are maintaining this much of URL here. So you got it? After by using this statement, after executing this statement, my program will be executed, and then the output will be printed here only. So here, so the what we will get hello.jfg. This is the output which I got here. Is that clear? This is the output what we are getting output. So this is about the script mode. Is it okay? So then, so here this is a procedure what we did here. Next one is, so here the you see here we are having the differences. So what we are having? Main differences between the interactive mode and script mode. So what we are doing in the script mode, what we are doing in the interactive mode, we will discuss here. The first one is here interactive mode. So it is a way of executing Python program in which statements are written in command prompt. Just now we discussed about that one. Yes, is it correct? So in the interactive mode, what we are doing in the interactive mode, we are doing that in interactive mode. We are writing in the command prompt. So this command prompt here. So open the command prompt. So here the result will also be obtained in the command prompt only. So when it is comes under the scripting mode, you all have to see here in the script mode. So what we are doing? Python program is written in a file, that Python. So that is called where we are writing a program in the file. That program has to be saved and then it has to be compiled. So okay. So in the compilation, what we will do again? Command prompt has to be open. Okay. In the first case also we are doing the command prompt. In the second case also we are using the command prompt. But the difference is here is the first one is directly executing by using the command prompt. But the second one is we are executing the code with the help of writing the code in a file. That file is nothing but a notepad file, an editor file. Is that clear? In my view, I will be using here notepad like this. So next one is the interactive mode is more suitable for the short programs. We have discussed now only. This interactive mode is very suitable for the smallest program or shortest programs only. So this shift mode is suitable for the long programs. Here we can write a long program. We can perform any number of means we can write a program which is having a many number of functions, or modularities. Modularism is nothing but modules. It means a particular long program is divided into the different types of module. Module 1 and then module 2 and then module 2. This total is one program. In our view, it is called as a software also. Is it clear? So now the next one is editing of a code can be done, but it is a tedious work. Just we have discussed only. So that is a very slow work. So when it is comes under the editing of a code can be easily done in the script mode. Yeah, we can easily done the script mode. What we are doing here, we can perform easily the writing of a code, and you can perform easily executing of the code here. So then the next topic is we get output for every single line of a code in interactive mode. So what is happening here? What we are writing here for each and every single line. For each and every single line, we can go output here. Result is applied in the execution of each line of a code. That means in the command prompt. So what will happen when in the command prompt we are writing 5 lines. So all the 5 lines will be one line is executed, we will get the output. Second line is for suppose if we are having the interactive mode. In interactive mode, we are having the statement 1, statement 2, statement 3. These are called as the commands here. So this command is executed, we will get the output. So this command is executed, we will get the output. Like this, we are getting the outputs here for each and every line of the code in the interactive mode. But when it is comes under the script mode, in the script mode, entire program is first compiled and then executed. What happening here? The total program will be the total program will be compiled. That means when you are working with the interactive mode means that here we are using the interpreter for execution of the code. Interpreter is a word which can execute the code line by line. Here we are having the two types of techniques for execution of a code here. The first technique is interpreter. What is that? The first one is the interpreter here. So interpreter. The next one is a compiler here. So in the interpreter, what is happening? Line by line. In the compiler, total program will be compiled at a time. But in the case of interpreter, a line by line will be executed. So that is the difference between the interactive mode and script mode here. So next one is we cannot save and use it in the future. That means in the interactive mode, the program will not be saved. Just we have discussed that one. So the next, which is in the scripting mode, we can store the program. So next one is here. It is more preferred by beginners. Interactive mode will be preferred by the most of the beginning peoples. That means who are the software developers or who are the students and who wants to become as a software professionals. They will at the first they will use interactive mode. Is very rarely. So very commonly. But it is comes under the scripting mode. It will use by the beginners and as well as more preferred by the experts. Is it clear? So this is about the major differences between the interactive mode and scripting mode. So these are the two types of procedures which we are using for the writing of a code and execution of a code in the Python. So this is about the working procedure of the Python or modes of the Python. The next concept is flavors of the Python. What is this flavors of Python here? So all of you very well known about the different types of flavors. Now for suppose, let us assume that if we went for a small juice shop, what happens? There we are having different types of flavors of the juices. For like that same thing for Python also we are having the different types of flavors. That means how many number of various types of Pythons are there, how they are working, what is the working procedure of them, how they are executed, how if they are using interpreters or they are using compilers, what they are using for the execution of a code. Like that, everything will be discussed here in the concept called flavors of Python. Let us assume here, let us see here. The first one, flavors of Python are nothing but different types of Python compilers available. Just now I said, what is that? Different types of Python compilers available, which are useful to integrate various programming languages into the Python. That means the Python is a one which can be integrated with the different types of programming languages like C++, like C#, like Java, for providing or for creation of the new softwares. That means that Python plus we can use any language here. Python plus any language we can use here. This is called as a integration. What it is? It is called as a integration. So this is possible with the help of the different types of the flavors of the Python. They are nothing but the different types of compilers. So next one is here. The following are the some of the important and popular used flavors of the Python. What are they? These are the following are the mainly and popular flavors of the Python which we are using commonly. The first one is C Python, a standard Python compiler implemented in C language. The same thing, just we have discussed that Python will be integrated with the different types of programming languages for execution of the code and for developing a new softwares. Yes or no? So that means here it will developed by the C language here. The first flavor of the Python is C Python. The name itself is saying that I am implemented by using the language called C language. In this, any Python programming language, any Python programming is internally converted into the bytecode using the C language functions. What's the meaning of this one? Very simple. So here, user is here. Then system is here. So user is writing a code into the system by using some programming language that will be executed when we give an input, then we will get the output. But the concept here is that we have to know that here we are using the high level language, here we are using the machine level language. Clear that this machine level language is only understandable by the system. This high level language is only understandable by the users. Is that clear? So that means that what we have to do here, we have to convert our code into the machine code. Is that clear? So that machine code is called as a byte code. What it is called? Byte code. So this byte code will be understandable by your machine. This is also called as a machine code. This is not understandable by the humans. The humans are understand only the high level languages. Now for converting high level language code into the byte code, here we are using the C compilers, but we are working with the Python. But what we are doing here we are using the C language. So this is called integration of the Python with the C language for developing this type of compilers. Is that clear? So now here this bytecode is run on the interpreter available in the Python virtual machine created in C language. Here what we are doing? Python virtual machine. In Java what we are having? In Java what we are having? In Java we are having the JVM, means Java virtual machine. So in Java what we are having? In Java we are having the JVM, means Java virtual machine. In the Python what we are having? Python virtual machine. But this Python virtual machine is integrated or implemented by the C, by using the C here. Is that clear? So now the advantage is that it is possible to execute the C and C++ functions and programs in C Python. What is happening? By using this C Python concept, we can use or we can execute the C programs and as well as the C++ functions also by using the C Python compiler. Is that clear? This is nothing but one type of flavors of a Python. The next one, another flavor of the Python is nothing but the Jython. What is that? Jython. So it is also known as early. It means that before it is known as a JPython. What it is? In the previously, the name is called as the JPython. But this is the implementation of the Python programming language which is designed to run the Java platform. Which is run on the Java platform. So there is a reason why it is called as a Jython. What it is? It is of Java platform. It is fully based on the Java platform. So it is here integration of Python is there and as well as Java. Means Python plus Java. So this is called integration of the Python, which is possible through different types of flavors of the Python here. So here, Jython compiler first compiles the Python program into Java bytecode. So clearly, so note, all of you note that here is the main point is that what is happening here, Python program, what is this? This Python program is converted into the Java bytecode. What is we are doing here? Java bytecode. Actually, all of you know, up to know that what you know. So C program is there, it will be converted as a C bytecode. If this Java program is there, it will be converted as a Java bytecode only. But for the first time, you are listening that by using this Jython, which is earlier known as JPython, this is happening. This is possible. What is happening here? Python program is converted into the Java bytecode. Then what we will do here? This bytecode is executed by the Java virtual machine here. Again, what we are using here, the program which is converted as a Java bytecode will be executed by the Java virtual machine. If it is a Python bytecode, we will use the Python virtual machine, but it comes under the Java bytecode. So that is the reason why we are using Java virtual machine for the execution of this particular code here. Then we will produce the output. Next, Jython contains libraries which are useful for Python and Java program. What is that? Here the main concept, Jython is to extended, or Jython is invented is nothing but the main advantages of here is it will provide the libraries. Libraries is nothing but a collection of interfaces, classes, whatever it may be, which we needed for the development of an application. They are existed in a library. That all libraries which will be useful for the execution of a Python program and as well as a Java program. So this is why the name itself is called as a Jython. Then this is about this particular flavor of the Python. The next flavor is Iron Python. What is this Iron Python? Iron Python is a one which is open source implementation of the Python programming languages, which is tightly integrated with the .NET framework. So what is this, sir? Again, so what is about this one? So before explaining about this Iron Python, we have to know about the .NET framework. So then we are having the .NET C# frameworks are there, which are using for the development of the web applications, web pages. So with the combination, with the integration of this .NET framework, the Python will be used for the development of web applications very clearly and very efficiently. So this is only possible through the Iron Python. This is an open source implementation. It is available freely to all the users, all the developers. So that is the reason why it is called as open source one. Is that clear? Here what is happening? Python and adding of .NET framework. Is that clear? The next one is PyPy. PyPy. So this is what? This is the implementation using Python language. So all of you see here, this PyPy is in one flavor. This particular flavor will be implemented by using Python language only. What is PyPy often? Runs faster than the C Python because PyPy is a just-in-time compiler while C Python is an interpreter. What is this? C Python is very faster. C Python is very slower than PyPy. Why it is? PyPy is a just-in-time compiler. As a very speed one, very faster one. So for that reason, why this PyPy is more faster than the C Python as in a normal interpreter. Is that clear? The next one is Python XY. So Python XY is a pre-scientific and engineering development software for numerical computation. What we are doing here? Here we are working with the numerical computations. The numerical computations are nothing but what are the operations? Numbers. Nothing but what? Numbers. We are working with the numbers 1, 2, 3 and so on. So these are numerical computations. We can perform addition of, we can perform multiplication, we can perform division, we can perform modular division, we can perform less than a comparison between these numerical values, whatever it may be. So based on the Python concept, based on the Python programming concepts, if you want to work with the numerical computations, what we have to use is, we have to use here one type of flavor of the Python, which is called as the Python XY. So this is about the Python XY flavors of a Python. The next one is here Ruby Python. What is this Ruby Python? So Ruby Python is nothing but Ruby is a one programming language just like C and Java and many more programming languages. The similar way, Ruby also one type of programming languages. So to work with the Ruby programming languages, mainly with the integration of the Python, the developers has introduced one type of flavors of a Python is nothing but this Ruby Python. So next one is Stackless Python. What is this Stackless Python? Stackless Python is a Python programming language interpreter. In practice, Stackless Python uses a C stack, but the stack is cleared between the function calls. What is here? So the name is Stackless Python here, but we are using what? C stack here. Okay, so like this, we are having the different types of flavors with this. What is a queue? Queue is nothing but first in, first out. When it is comes under the stack means last in, first out. So when we need the concept of last in, first out, there we have to use a stack concepts here for the data items. So for that one, we have to use here the C stack here. So this is a specialty of Stackless Python. This is one type of flavor which we are having the different types of Python flavors here. So these are the various types of the flavors of the Python. The next one is here Identifiers and Keywords. So the next topic is here about Identifiers and Keywords. So what is this Identifiers and Keywords? Very simple. So identifier is a name used to identify a variable, function, class, module, etc. So if you know, for suppose if I add some if I take an A equal to 5, what is this A here? A is a 1, which is an identifier, which is named as a variable, which can store the value of a 5 to the program. So the main concept of identification or the main concept of implementation or main concept of provision of identifiers and keywords in programming language is nothing but, so first of all of you know that what we are doing here, it is a program. We are giving input, we are getting output. Our doubt here, we have to get one doubt is that here we are giving the input, but we are getting the output. So how I am giving the input? With a question mark. How I am giving the input? That is the thing here. The how we are giving the input is leads to a concept. How I am giving the input? How I am storing the input? What the thing will store the input value to the program? What we have to use for storage of the particular variables or where we can store the values in my particular program. That is a concept which can lead to a new concept called identifiers. The next another one is, if an identifier is there, for suppose if I take an identifier, what I told you, A is an identifier. Yes or no? Now I will take A equal to some identifier. Is a identifier or it is a variable. So now my doubt is that, my question is that, this is a wall which is used to storing value. We are saying that. What value I can give here? What value I will give? What value? So my question is that what value I can give here? That may be integer value, means that may be integer value, or that may be floating point value, or that may be what type of value I am giving there. That is a thing which we have to identify here. So that is a thing, another one which is leads to another concept called keywords. For storing the value, we are leading towards a variable or an identifier. So for accessing that particular, what type of data it is, okay, how we can store the values with us, that will be explained by, that will be given by the one topic called keywords. So now, let us see here. Identifiers. Identifier is a name used to identify a variable or function, class, module. So in the program, we can use identifier for variable name, you can use for function name, you can use for class name, you can use for module name, whatever it may be. The identifier is a combination of character, digits and underscore. How a variable can be? A variable can be like A underscore B, A, B, C underscore A, or this is hyphen A hyphen underscore a variable. This total is an identifier. So I can give like this also. An identifier will be given like this also with the help of, I can divide it as underscore. This is underscore A underscore variable. This is one identifier value which can store the particular values given by us to the program. So this is also a variable. This is also a variable. This is also a variable. So next one is, the identifier should start with a character or underscore, then use a digit. What it is? We can give like underscore A also. It is saying that these are the things, these are the rules. These are what? Rules. These are the rules which we have to follow for delivering, or which is we have to follow for declaring an identifier, declaring a variable. Is it okay? So this is the one. The next one is what? The identifier should start with a character or underscore. It can start with a character and it can start with underscore A also. So these are two correct. Is that okay? The next one is, the characters are from capital A to Z or small a to Z or underscore or then 0 to 9. What I can do? So how I can give? So this is the fourth one. This is the fourth one, sir. By using this fourth one, I can how I can declare a variable. So I can declare like this. So like this is one type of an declaration of an identifier. Like this also we can give. Next one is, we should not use the special characters like hash, and symbol, dollar symbol, percentage symbol, and not symbol. We cannot use. That means that I cannot use like this. This is a wrong one. This is a wrong one. We cannot use like this. So these are the different types of rules and guidelines for declaring a identifier. Is it clear? The next one is comes under the keywords. Let us see here. What is a keyword? What is the use of a keyword? Why we are using the keyword here? Very simple. So here, keywords are some predefined and reserved words in Python that have a special meanings. So for each and every keyword, these keywords are already predefined with the programming language. If you take any programming language, C, Java, whatever it may be, all are predefined only. So if I take one example, int is a keyword. Int is a data type, or it is also keyword which is defined, predefined, which is comes under the Python which is comes under the programming language itself only. We cannot change the meaning of that one. This is a int is a keyword. Int is a data type which is used for receiving the data called integers only. We cannot change it. So there it is having a special meaning here. The next one is, keywords are used to define the syntax of the coding. So we can use we have to use syntax. What's the code? What is the coding here? What is the program actually? A program is a collection of statements. Yes or no? What is that? A program is a collection of statements. Let us assume one program here. A equal to 2, B equal to 3, C equal to A plus B, and then print of A plus B here. So that means that this is one syntax. That means for reading a value, we have to do like this. For reading another value, we have to do like this. For performing operation, we have to do like this. C equal to A plus B. Then printing the value, we have to use like this. Print of A plus B. This is another one syntax. So these are the one. So print is a keyword which will describe that how to print a value to the screen. Are you getting this one? What I'm saying here? So syntax of the coding will be given by some of the keywords here. Next one is, the keyword cannot be used as an identifier or function or variable name. What is that one? Very simple. I will give you clarification here. For suppose, let us take one example. So just now I have taken one example here. Let us we take one C program, a small C program here. So hash include, or else we can take a Python programming only here. So we will take def. Def is usually one function, is a keyword which is used to define a new function, user defined function. So def add of int a comma int b here. So what we will do here? So I will pass data to this particular function, add of some int c comma int d here. I will pass some value here. Okay. So then this add is what? Add is a function. What it is? Add is a function which we have created. This is means a user defined function. But this particular statement, which is the keyword, cannot be used as identifier function variable. The third one, which is saying that, is nothing but we cannot use here def int of. That means we have to call one another. The function name is int of. Here means we cannot give the function name as a int here. Why? Int is having a special meaning that it is a keyword which is designed, implemented for the working with integer values as a data type. That means that it is not used as, function name. So we cannot use as function name. That means this is a wrong one. We cannot use as a function name here. This is the third point, which is called as the keyword cannot be used as a identifier function and variable. The next one is here. The next one is all the keywords in the Python written in lowercase except true or false. The meaning here. So here true or false are here. This true and false are nothing but Boolean data types. Boolean data types. Or they are called as a keywords also. Boolean data type keywords also. So there, what is the meaning of this? What they are saying is this particular statement. This particular fourth statement is saying that what the keyword which we are using in the Python cannot be written as in a higher case. These are written in the lower case except. That means that if I suppose I have taken int only, I will tell you in the int case only. So if I take this is, I will write two things here. Int one, another one is int here. This means that if I return like this in my program, this is one way and this is second way. If I use these two ways in my programming for execution of a code and writing of a code, what will happen? Very simple. This program will be executed. This program will not be executed. What it will show, that means it will show an error and a data type error. Is it clear? That means that this particular capital we cannot use as a keyword. So this is the int means small case only. But when it is comes under the two keywords called true and false, we can write like this. We can use a capital letter called true, or this is a capital. For these two keywords only, for the true and false keywords only, we can use a capital letter, and in addition of these two, we cannot use any one letter as, or any one keyword in the higher case, means upper case. So this is about this particular fourth statement about the keywords. The next one is, there are 33 keywords in Python. So what we are having? We are having the different types of keywords. Let us assuming that how many number of keywords are we are having, it means we are having the 33 in number. Is it clear? Okay, clear. What is that 33 in number? Let us see. We will see here. So things to remember here. So what I explained here, you see here. So these are the examples of valid identifiers. These are the examples of invalid identifiers. What we discussed up to now. Is that clear? Where one. So you let us see here. This start with the character. What we said? An identifier will be start with the character only. Yes. So let us see here. Identifier will be started with the character. So is it clear? So next one is underscore variable one. We can use underscore also. Exactly. So let us see here where we will use underscore also. So that means that this one also an a valid one. The third one is underscore one underscore variable. That means what's the point there? We can start with underscore. We can start with characters. Means third one also correct one. Then what is about the fourth one is here var underscore one. So here it is also a valid one. Why? We can use here numbers. We can use here character values. We can use here underscore with the proper syntax. We are using as a variable declaration. So that is called. These all four will be valid identifiers. When it is comes under this four here, which we are having here. So the first one is started with the not operator. So what is that? This is not not at all a valid one. So here it is given. So let us see here. This is the one, the fourth one, which cannot use a special characters in my program. As I know. So based on that one, this particular first one is wrong one. The next one is also the variable name, the identifier name will not start with the numbers. So this is also wrong one, not correct one. So here again, this is start with the number. It is also a incorrect one. Here you see, so VAR, it is started with what? Correct character only. So sir, when we have discussed before that an identifier name will be start with a character, but you are saying that it is a wrong one. How we can justify? Very simple. Here what we having, that hash means it is a special symbol. The special symbol is not allowed in an identifier name. So that is the reason why these four are incorrect one, these four are correct one. So these are some of the examples of valid identifiers and invalid identifiers. Things to remember here. Python is a case sensitive language. What it is? Python is a case sensitive language. So that we have to use keywords, or we have to use identifier names very clearly, very efficiently. Otherwise what happened means the meaning will be changes here. So let us see here. Variable and variable. These both are wrong one. Why? So what's the reason behind that one? What is the concept behind that one? So both are looking very similar, but why they are both wrong one? Very simple. In the first case, what is happening? In the first case, we are having the capital V. In the second case, we are having the lowercase v. So that is the reason why we cannot use this as a correct variable. So this is the one point which we have to remember. The next one is here. Always give the identifier as a name that makes sense. So anytime if you are giving the identifier name means that has to make some sense. If for suppose if I am giving an identifier name means Saddam Hussain, I cannot give like this. Why I cannot give like this? Saddam Hussain, I cannot give like this. That means this is a name of some particular person, but it is not used as an identifier means that is meaningless. What the particular meaning if it is there, that only we have to use here. Is that clear? Writing code 10 would make more sense. Is that? Next one is while C is equal to 10 is a valid name. So let us see here. C is equal to 10 is one, and what is that? Count equal to 10. So here writing count 10 would make more sense. For suppose C is equal to 10, and then another one is what? Count equal to 10. So why this second one is more sensible? I will say you that. For suppose if I want to work with the number of characters, if I want to count the number of characters in a particular and string, if I give C equal to 10 means what will happen? Just everyone can assume that just what is the variable name which is having some 10 value. But we know that we are counting that one. That for that reason what we have to use? We have to use a second one called count equal to 10. So based on this only we can know that the count equal to 10 is giving more sense than the C equal to 10. Is that clear? The next one is multiple words can be separated using an underscore. If you are giving a multiple words, we are using a multiple words as an identifier, what we have to do? This is underscore a underscore lang underscore a variable. Just now I have given that we have to use an underscore symbol for separation of the words for making a beautiful identifier and a more sensible identifier. So this is about today's our class. So this is about how to what is the identifier, how to define an identifier, what are the valid identifiers, what are the invalid identifier, and then what we discuss, what is about the interactive mode and what is about the script mode. So that means how to write a code in the program, how to write a code in the Python programming language, how to execute a code in the Python programming language. All discussions have done in this particular today's class.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.